since 80s, Pakistani musicians sing a song of anguish. There is a lot of angst that got set in during the 80s. And still, be it pop musicians, be it rockers, be it underground bands, be it Abda Parveen or be it Noorjahan, there is this angst that's set in a nation. I guess even our cricket team plays in angst. Angst is like the characteristic that defines Pakistanis as people, I guess, since 80s. So they sing with lots of angst. They can get it completely wrong and it would be a horrible composition, and they can be absolutely brilliant. This is true of musicians, of writers, of cricketers, everybody. Classical musician trying to come together with Junoon and perform together, but somehow it hasn't worked out. I think the difference is generational. Classical musicians come from a very quiet, rural generation that had lots of time to practice a piece of music in a lot of poverty. While generally the bands, even when they go underground, basically they want to break big. They don't want to practice for 16 years and then perform, do they? That's too much. That's asking for too much. If you ask me honestly, the kind of world music festival that have started happening, almost that explosion also happened in the same days that Nusrat Fateh Ali Khan became universal. So we had contributed one of the few musicians to the present day world music trends. Probably the only thing that we haven't become at peace with is that after him we didn't produce. We wanted to, very badly wanted to. Anybody who has made it big, and he was a great musician, they want to be able to continue doing that. But it's a tough thing. Musicians come in lifetimes. It's always is good to go all the way in this journey and discover all sides. You may make it big, but that's also a kind of test of your personality. How far you go and what do you become. Heart is the only thing. I think the only performance art in which heart comes really closest to you is the music, because when you're singing, the exercise of thinking becomes completely futile, useless. You have to imagine a thing, you have to sing it. I mean, that as a musician, I believe that. It's happening in Pakistan, it's happening everywhere. There are people who aren't able to sing from the heart at all. There are people who really sing it from the heart. And then there are people in between. So it's a very wide sort of Pakistan में भी है. अच्छा, कभी-कभी बहुत अच्छा गाना आपको बहुत mainstream musician का मिल जाता है, which really moves you. Yeah, I hoped so. When Napa was formed, I was one of the first journalists to report Napa on bbcurdu.com, and I was very happy. But what I see is that after Napa, what has changed is that there is a lot more frequency of theatre performances in Karachi. But the music performances of Napa students and its frequency has been really very, very low, which is a bit worrying. I think it should have been, because we all know that music is the really, really awami. Music and poetry is the awami art. It has a very large audience than theatre or painting or even film. On the streets, everybody just loves sung poetry, music. Have you seen even any of our politicians being caught with $100,000 at an airport? It's a lot of money to carry, just to carry. So musicians are big now. Singers are big now. They make a lot of money. I just don't know why.
They have to be good.
I think we need to really, really have more institution at an early level. Because the good musicians come from those small, like you have a program in school where a music class is a must, as a painting class is. I mean, language, painting and music, there are these 3 languages everybody has to learn. It's up to them, they take it up later or not. But that ensures that the musician has got the notes right at a very early stage. I mean, in an industry, what you do is you have mainstream music and mainstream artists who are really rich, but then you have like people below them and people below them and people below them. Some are teachers, music teachers, some are semi-professionals. You have like a lot of categories that sustains a society and keeps it in touch with its heritage of sound, if there is such a term. You have a heritage of a sound and there is a received sound that you receive from by watching television, by going to websites. You should know both. That's the best thing you can do. And that can really create great musicians, and musicians by choice, because anybody who knows he's not good in it or not going to be, or it's not, his art is not in it. Maybe they'll also try, but mostly like if ever a talented child wants to take it up, she or he will make good musicians because they would have heard it. Junior school children, music. I would just like to teach them music because they are the most fun learners. If you indulge them, they would not be conscious at all. They'll just jump into it. And that's what I like teaching kids at an early stage. They just don't know it, but they're like used to walking in the dark because they are just beginning to discover dark. The older we get, music learning becomes a bit, it becomes more of a method than singing from the heart. Actually, generally, artists in general never had such an access to audiences of the mainstream media as in the post-internet times. You're a painter, you can actually shoot the entire process of your painting and then put up your painting there in the auction and shoot it and put it up on YouTube. The artists can share a lot more than they could ever, which is great, absolutely. I'm a faithful of the web technology as a medium. Horrible. I have a very bad bronchitis,
Really?
like all musicians do.
Due to dash dash dash.
Yeah, due to overstressing themselves.
Of course. And trying to relax as well.
Yes, they need a long stretch to relax than ordinary people.
I like this trippy thing.
This is the one that maintains the bass of the tabla.
Right.
It's the most important. All teenagers would try to play it fast on this one,
Right.
but really not concentrate on that note that goes up and down, which is musical.
It's tough to get the voice out of this one, right?
Yeah, this is
tough.
this is like you have to play with this.
Yeah. Sometimes you miss it as well
Huh.
because you have to hear yourself when
Yeah,
you're playing.
yeah. All the time.
Yeah, all the time. Because this you still can,
Yeah. This,
yeah,
this
you
is
can still
about
hear it.
like sort of accelerating yourself.
Yeah,
But this is about hearing.
this is about hearing.
You
yeah.
should have good hearing muscles.
Yeah. Cool.
This is okay.